I'm Greg Nowlin. I'm playing Jacob Mercer in Scarborough Players 1949, and I'm here to tell you a little bit about the character of Jacob. Jacob is married to Mary Mercer. They've been married for 20-some years, and they've emigrated to Toronto from Newfoundland about 4 years before the play begins. And it's on the eve of Newfoundland's confederation with Canada, so there's a bit of tension around because people aren't sure what to think of it as Newfoundlanders or as Canadians. So it's kind of an interesting story, and there's a twist in it because there's an old flame of Mary's coming to visit, and his name's Jerome, and there's a long history of, let's say, animosity, I guess is the best way to put it. And Jacob's not sure what he thinks about Jerome coming along, and Mary's not really letting him know what she thinks of it either, so there's a bit of tension there. So there's a little bit, before the play even starts, there's some heightened tension happening in the household. And of course, Jacob and Mary have 2 kids, Ben and Billy, and they're like 10 and 11 years old. They're just little fellas, so that's another complication. There's kids running around. There's Jacob's mother as well. So lots of things going on in the family. And it's a fun play because for me, as Jacob, I get to explore all that tension and how I feel about what's going on and how I'm going to react when Jerome actually arrives, and all the discussions and conversations that are going to happen over whether Confederation is good or bad. And at the end of the day, what's really important is that I love my wife and she loves me, and I hope that's how this play ends up. But you have to come see it to find out. And I think it's going to be worth it. It's going to be a great play. I'm working with a great bunch of people, and yeah, please come on out to Scarborough to see 1949.
Hi, my name is Janice Hansen. I play Mary Mercer in this play. I have had the privilege of actually playing the same role before, many, many years ago, with a different company. So for me, this is a particularly special opportunity to be able to play the role again as a more mature actor in terms of being able to bring different experiences to the role, and also with an entirely different cast, different set, a different theater, to bring a whole freshness for it for me. So one of the luxuries I think that I've had, maybe compared to some of the other actors in the cast, is already being familiar with the script, of course, and the role has given me the opportunity to really explore other aspects of the play and other relationships, scenes that I am not in. I'm able to really appreciate them at a different level and understand nuances that maybe I didn't really notice a long time ago. There's so many complexities in this play, such a rich plot and subplots and relationships that I feel like I could play the role again 10 years from now. Might be a little hard to believe at that point, but still find something new in it. So I hope the audience enjoys it. It's a very, very emotionally rich and dynamic, lovely, heartwarming portrayal of a particular family in a particular time period.
Hi, my name is Chris Irving, and I play Jerome Mackenzie in 1949. And Jerome is a supporting character. He was Mary Mercer's first boyfriend, and they were engaged back in Newfoundland over 20 years ago. And Jerome has come to Toronto for a couple of reasons, and one is that he's a staunch Newfoundland nationalist on the eve of Confederation, and he's there to interview the family. Unbeknownst to him, not everyone agrees with his point of view. But his second and possibly more important reason for being there is to see how life has treated Mary Mercer, who he's never actually been able to get out of his head. So, although he won't admit it to himself, it's very much, or she has been very much on his mind. And he just needs to know, to have it settled once and for all. So I love this play because although it has a political aspect, and it really has a lot of beautiful character moments, and the relationships and the humor come quite naturally out of the writing, and it's a pleasure to be a part of.
Hello, my name is Carolyn Williamson, and I play Grace Wilcox in 1949 at the Scarborough Players. Grace is a newspaper photographer. She is accompanying her colleague and sometime paramour, Jerome Mackenzie, to interview the Mercer family for the newspaper. And she may have motives that are not entirely journalistic for getting them to go to Toronto to do this interview. You'll have to come to see 1949 at the Scarborough Players to find out, March 4th to 19th.
Hi, my name is Carrie Lam, and I will be playing Dot Roach in David French's 1949. Dot Roach is an interesting character. She's quite a bit of spitfire and is not afraid to give her opinion on things. The way she plays into this story is she has moved in with Jacob and Mary, Mary being my sister, because she's having problems with her husband, and so she's put her foot down and has moved out until her husband shapes up. This has been a really interesting play to do, mostly because of the Newfoundland accent that we need to use in the play. I have to say that that's a difficult accent to put together because it's a bit of a mishmash of different things. And also, Dot likes to dance, so she gets to do the tango with her husband and also gets to do the waltz with my cute neighbor, Norman.
My name's Will Vanderslice. I am an actor with the Scarborough Players in the production of 1949. The character I play is a delightful man from Newfoundland by the name of Whiff Roach, who is head over heels in love with his wife of many years, Dot Roach. And the thing that I guess I love best about the character is how devoted he is to his wife. As the play progresses, we learn a very dark secret that only the two of them know. And it's weighed heavily on both of them, but particularly for Whiff, because she is so eager to have a child. He is too, but there are certain circumstances that make it perhaps not possible for that to be the case. But if the truth were to come out, it would be very unfortunate, and he's doing everything he can to protect his wife, even though he gets into a lot of trouble for it. So there's something to tease you to come and see our lovely production of 1949.
When sun rays crown thy pine-clad hills, and summer spreads her hand, when silvern voices tune thy rill, we love thee, smiling land. We love thee, we love thee, we love thee, smiling